Number one, Desiree made 100 cookies this week. So she made a total of 100 cookies. She baked 4 more than 3 times the total she made last week. Okay, so remember that more than that I just talked about? That means these two things are going to be flip-flopped. If it's 3 times, what is that? Aren't we multiplying?
Yes.
3 times the total she made last week. How many cookies did she bake last week? So whatever your question is, that's what your variable is, because the variable is representing something that we don't know. So that's our question. So she made 100 cookies. She baked 4 more than, so plus 4, 3 times the total she made last week. But did we know how many she made last week?
No, so it'd be X.
No, that was the question. That's what it was asking us. So 3 times whatever she made last week that we don't know. And she ended up with 100. You need to know what the total is. That's one piece of your equation. You need to know which number is going to go with your variable. And that variable is found in your question, whatever your question is. And then what's extra. Because there's always going to be something extra, something that's not attached to a variable with y'all's equations. Okay? Number 2, Shakira went bowling with her friends. She paid $3 to rent shoes and then $4.75 for each game of bowling. If she spent a total of $21, then how many games did Shakira bowl? So the games, that's my variable, because that's what it's asking me. That's what I don't know. How many games did she bowl? No clue. I'm gonna have to figure it out. They gave me the total. So I've got part of the equation. I have equals 21. I know she spent that much money. So then she paid $3 to rent shoes and $4.75 for each game. So which of those numbers should be attached to my variable? The variable is representing how many games. So $3 or $4.75? Which one of those has to do with the games?
$4.75.
$4.75. So that means I would write 475x plus that $3 just for shoes. Okay, number 3, this year Cornell's class took one more than 3 times as many field trips as last year's class. This year Cornell's class took a total of 7 trips. How many field trips did his class take last year? So that's what I don't know.
Wait, is that a person? Are they talking about the person, or is that
Probably.
Okay.
Cornell's class.
I thought it was that.
Okay. So he says he took his class one more than 3 times the number of field trips as last year's class. So this year Cornell's taken his class on a total of 7 trips. We know that for sure. So we say we're going to take 7 trips. We're going to take 3 more than last year's class. Do you know how many trips last year's class took?
No.
No, so that's my variable. So how would I write that? 3 times as many as last year.
Times. Right? No.
3x, right?
Wait, it's not 3. No.
3 times as many as last year and 1 more than that. Okay? So we're taking those words and we're turning it into a number equation that you could solve. So we're going to take 1 more than 3 times the amount of field trips that they took last year.
Oh, I know what it was.
Okay.
I'm doing number 4.
We're going to skip number 4 because the number 3 is kind of similar. So let's look at number 5 because it's kind of different. So on number 5, James earned a total of $900 last week. This total was $10 less than, that word's going to flip things around, 5 times the amount he earned last week. How much money did James earn last week? Okay, so how much money he earned last week? I don't know. That's my question. So that's my variable.
5.
I know that he earned a total of $900. So now I have to figure out the left side of my equation. I have to figure out how to write that down. So $10 less than. That word than is what flips those two things around. So $10 less than 5 times what he got last week.
But it says that he earned 900.
It was times by
Good. It says 5 times the amount he earned last week. That's what we don't know. So I'm going to write 5x, 5 times whatever he earned last week, minus $10.
Yo, I already know what I thought.
And so then he gets $900 total. Okay, so number 6. Kai rented a limousine for prom. There was a one-time charge of $100 plus an hourly rate of $45. Her total cost for the night was $347.50.
Whoa.
How many hours did Kaya rent the limo for? So that question, that's always your variable. That's what I don't know. Anytime you see a word like one-time charge or initial fee, that means that you're just paying for that and you're done with that. That's never attached to a variable. You're not going to pay a fee every hour. They are saying they're going to charge a one-time fee of $100 plus the smaller charge for every hour. So we know that she paid a total of $347.50. Okay, so I've got that. Now I just have 2 more parts to put together. I got the $100 and I've got the $45. So which of those should go with my variable X, which is representing
45.
hours? 45, since it's an hourly rate of $45.
So it'd be 100 plus 45x?
Yep. That's it. Okay, so skip to number 10.
Wait, you said cross off 10.
No, we're going to skip to number 10. Psych. Number 10, Ronnie charged his customers a flat fee of $25 to fix computers. Then he charged $20 for each
25 doesn't get the X.
hour good that he spent fixing a computer. If Ronnie made $175 off of his first customer, how many hours did he spend working? Okay, so Ronnie's customer comes in. He's like, hey, I gotta have $25 before I even look at your computer. Okay, and then after that, you owe me $20 for every hour. Do I know how many hours I'm gonna spend working on your computer? Nope.
No.
But I'm gonna charge you $20 for every single hour. At the end of the day, Ronnie ends up making $175. He's like, sweet.
I should do that.
Yeah.
I just make it like I just take all.
25 plus 20x.
Good. 25 plus 20x.
Isn't that a street?
So that's his charge for the customers. He ended up with $175 at the end of the day. So on the first one, Ben rents a car for 1 day. The charge is $20 plus 12 cents per mile. He wants to spend exactly $80. How many miles can he drive in a day? So that's what I don't know. That's my variable. So he wants to spend exactly $80. So then I'm left with 2 other numbers. I've got a $20 and then I've got 12 cents per mile. So which of those should have the variable on it? Which one is relating to miles? Since miles is what I don't know.
12 cents.
So I'm going to put 12 cents times the miles. 12 cents for every mile.
I might be broke by the end of that.
Plus a $20 charge.
I don't even have 12 cents. I have 10. You know, you get a lot of